Today is National Entrepreneurs Day, and I want to take a moment to uplift and to celebrate all the business owners who are following your dreams, who are working in the tireless commitment it takes to run your own business. Here's to you. I am drinking some fresh pressed pineapple, apple, and ginger juice, and I encourage you to pour yourself a libation of your choice and pat yourself on the back. Congratulate yourself. It is not easy being an entrepreneur. It's important for me to uplift my family members. First, I'm gonna take you all the way back. This woman here is Mama Viola. She is my mother's grandmother. Mama Viola owned almost 100 acres of land in Central Texas. That land is where my grandfather ran his farm. The garden here at B-Love's Guest House is a part of my family's legacy of Black farmers. Unfortunately, white folks took my grandfather's land so they can expand or build a power plant for Texas Power and Light. They gave him pennies compared to what his property was worth. He had no choice but to take that, and he moved to California. And it was there in California, after he worked for years as a janitor, he eventually was able to buy Tiny Mart, a grocery store on the corner of High Street. I don't remember the cross street, but it's in San Luis Obispo, California. The building is still there, and it's a deli. I want to shout out my grandpa, Frank Bell, and my grandmother, Alberta Bell, the owners of Tiny Mart grocery store in San Luis Obispo. The next entrepreneur I'm going to lift up is my mama, Lillian Faye Bartlow, who owned and operated Neighborhood Wash and Dry on 98th Avenue and Birch Street in East Oakland. Now, the neighborhood called the business The Wash House, and it was legendary. My mother sold Avon. She had a sewing machine in the wash house. She did alterations. My mother could sew. She made prom dresses, outfits. We also had video games. There was the wash and fold service. We had a little store aspect in the back room. Sold candy, chips, soda, homemade cookies, sometimes sandwiches. And the wash house is also where I started my photography business. So people would, I would go out into my neighborhood and I would shoot these portraits on the street, and then people would come to the wash house to pick up their order of photos. So it was like this full service business that my family had in East Oakland. Here's to you, Mama, and all the people that supported Neighborhood Wash and Dry. Now, on my father's side, his sister, my Aunt Barbara, and her husband, my Uncle George, they owned McKinney's Fish Pan in North Oakland. They sold fried fish. My Aunt Barbara made gumbo. She also made these slamming chocolate chip cookies, and sweet potato pie. And so people would come to this business to buy fried fish and get these homemade desserts. I worked at McKinney's Fish Pan when I was in high school. I would get out of school and my mother would take me to my aunt and uncle's business, and I worked there. And my mother would bring her homemade carrot cake, which was also on the menu of desserts that you could get at McKinney's Fish Pan. This restaurant was my first experience in observing nightlife. I worked there every Friday and Saturday night until 2 o'clock in the morning. And on the same side of the street as McKinney's Fish Pan, there was Flints BBQ, which was a few doors in this direction. And then a few doors in the other direction was Till 2 Bar and Lounge. And across the street was La Peña Cultural Center. So here is to my Aunt Barbara and my Uncle George and all of my cousins that helped to run that family business McKinney's Fish Pan. So all of these experiences helped to shape the entrepreneur that I am today. I am so in gratitude. On this National Entrepreneurs Day, I want to honor my family and my ancestors who were business owners, and also all of the entrepreneurs that are following your dreams, that are sitting at the helm of your business and is making it happen. Here's to you. Make sure you celebrate your success. Cheers.